The big story, viewers, that we have for you today is about the ISKCON temple. Viewers, after the attack on a Hindu temple in Canada's Brampton, tensions are now rising thousands of miles away in Chittagong, Bangladesh's key port city. It recently witnessed violent clashes between the minority Hindu community and the security forces. The unrest began after a provocative social media post triggered protest in the Hazari Gali area. Now, as tensions escalated, the authorities launched a military crackdown to restore the order. The army used force to disperse the demonstrators, leading to widespread outrage. Let's tell you what exactly happened. Now, in a media post on 5th of November, Usman Ali, a member of the radical Islamic group Jamaat-e-Islami, shared some derogatory remarks targeting Hinduism and the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, or ISKCON. Now, the post sparked outrage among the local Hindu community. In response, a group of Hindu residents gathered outside Ali's shop to protest, leading to violent clashes between the Hindus and the Muslims in that area. As tensions escalated, authorities deployed military and police forces in the area to restore peace. Let's listen in to this first reaction coming in from ISKCON.
We are here in Kolkata being joined by the Vice President of ISKCON, Radha Das. Pranam. We are seeing very disturbing and visuals being emerging from Bangladesh, particularly from Chittagong, where we can see that the joint forces, army and Bangladesh army particularly, and the police forces, they are doing atrocities at the Hindu establishment over there. What are the ground reality you are getting from Bangladesh at this point in time?
The situation is very, very tensed. Yesterday you saw that how Islamists, they carried out rally and they were shouting slogans, and they were saying that we will kidnap ISKCON devotees, we will torture them, and then we will behead them, we will kill them. So this is situation is, you can see, they are openly saying these things. But we expected that Bangladeshi police and army will arrest these people. But in spite of arresting these people, Bangladeshi army and police, along with them, they are carrying atrocities against Hindus. We saw that how the Bangladeshi army and police broke CCTV footages, entered Hindu homes, arrested more than 80 people according to them. And when these people were released, somebody's hand is broken, somebody's leg is broken, somebody's nose is broken. So this kind of atrocities even the police and army is doing against minorities of Bangladesh.
Very shocking that the rally is being conducted against ISKCON devotees. There are social media hate speeches are going on, no actions being taken, what we are precisely told. What are the information you're getting, that is there any ISKCON devotees being attacked or establishment being attacked which belongs to ISKCON?
For last 15 days we are seeing that the Islamists, they are speaking against ISKCON. We saw that it started with one Bengali Delhi journalist who demanded that ISKCON should be banned.
Meanwhile, after attacks on the Hindu temple in Canada, the Congress party has claimed that Hindus in Canada should focus on business and leisure, advising them to not engage in political slogans or activism. On the other hand, the Bharatiya Janata Party accused certain political ecosystems of double standards, pointing out that the same voices often raise concerns over attacks on minorities in India. Listen in.
यहाँ पर जो है वो अल्पसंख्यकों के तथाकथित जुल्म की बात करते हैं। पूरी दुनिया को जो है वो चिट्ठी पत्री भेजते रहते हैं कि भारत में अल्पसंख्यक सेफ नहीं है। वो जो अगल बगल में जिस तरह से बेदर्दी और बेशर्मी के साथ अल्पसंख्यकों के साथ जुल्म और जुर्म हो रहा है, उस पर वो चुप्पी ओढ़कर रखते हैं, उस पर खामोशी रखते हैं। वो इस बात का प्रतीक है, प्रमाण है कि उनका डबल स्टैंडर्ड इस मुद्दे पे कैसा है।
Everybody is free there. It's a free country that they can worship. They should go to temple. They should to Gurdwara, and they should go to church. No one. But what happened that giving a slogan, butting, cutting in mass gathering there in Canada. So what happened? Their behavior is also to be up to the mark, not that another community also. So if they have gone to do the politics there, come back to India, do the politics.
There's an ecosystem being built against Hindus worldwide, specifically where they are in minority. We have seen what happened in Bangladesh, and we have seen what happened in Canada also, the way the temples were attacked and the way the temples were raised in Bangladesh. All worldwide Hindus need to unite together to safeguarding the cultural heritage and culture of the Hindus.
Let's now go across to my colleague Pradeep Datta joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Pradeep, now it is a very, very serious issue. It is a reality, and that's the reason why Donald Trump in his election campaign for the US had also raised the issue of violence against Hindus, specifically in Bangladesh. There have been several calls coming in from the RSS as well that Hindus across the world should unite because of the incidents that are taking place, be it in Bangladesh or in Canada. On the other hand, we have certain political parties who are trying to trivialize this very significant issue.
Yes, so you're absolutely right. This is really unfortunate. The story of the Hindus right from the Brampton to Bangladesh remains same. In Brampton, we have seen that how they were targeted by the Khalistani elements, and there was only lip service and condemnation, and coming from the Prime Minister's side, no action was initiated against culprits. Even he did not name and shame Khalistani terrorists and elements who were responsible for that attack. And in Bangladesh also the story remains similar, that instead of arresting those people who were raising slogans against ISKCON temple, openly threatening that they will be abducted, they will be beheaded, no action was initiated against them. What the army and the police did in Chittagong, those visuals clearly indicate. We have seen those CCTV footage also, how they were breaking the CCTV cameras, entering inside the homes and beaten those Hindu families. So that's unfortunate. But more unfortunate is the statement coming from the political parties back home. They're asking Hindus not to raise slogan but to focus on business, but nobody will be uttering anything for these Hindus, as if Hindu lives and the Hindu sentiments and emotions do not matter. That's really unfortunate. What kind of representative they are? At the end of the day, they have to understand that these are not Hindus, but they are the one who really had been there living with the idea of India in Brampton or in Canada. Because if we see that tricolor fluttering, it is because of these Hindus only there. Otherwise, the Khalistani elements off and on, they would have attacked them. They would have targeted the consulate also, what they had been doing at behest of Pakistan's inter-service intelligence. But these people, they are the same people who will raise voice for Gaza, but they will not speak for the Hindus. They will not speak for the Hindus in Canada. They will not utter a word for what exactly is happening in Bangladesh. That's one of the reasons that the BJP has been questioning them. They are questioning their selective condemnation and selective shedding of tears. You can't be selective in this approach, because if you talk about the human rights violation, then you also need to talk about the atrocities being committed against the Hindus. And this is not for the first time that they have done. We have seen in the past also, when Modi government was trying to extend olive branch to all these people like Hindus, Jain, Buddhists and Sikhs, putting up in Pakistan and Bangladesh by extending CA. That time also they said that CA is communal. Didn't realize that kind of problem and the persecution they had been facing at the hands of the Islamist elements in Pakistan as well as in Bangladesh. And right now you can see the visuals tell the whole story. Here you can see that men in uniform, they are breaking the CCTV cameras, they are entering inside the Hindu home, they are targeting them, they are beating them, thrashing them. Action is not being initiated against the culprits, and culprits are moving scot-free. But unfortunately our netas are turning a blind eye to it, because they are so much engrossed in vote bank and appeasement politics, they can't see anything beyond that. There is something called the human sentiments and emotion, because they need to speak for the people they represent. Because it is not only one community they represent the whole of India.